Aloha, everyone. So I'm on a 14-day detox, and detoxing and fasting is a huge subject right now. I've watched videos on it. Just there's so much out there on YouTube and conversation and what have you. So I'm on a 14-day detox by Jeremiah Thompson. He's been a naturopath for 25 years, and his clinic was in Santa Barbara, California. And I just wanted to answer some of the questions that I'm being asked because I've put some of my results on Facebook, and I have friends that are instant messaging me and texting me and calling me saying, I want to know what you're doing. Hey, I have all these questions. So I wanted to I have the answers to the questions from the source of Jeremiah Thompson. So I actually have him coming in right now. So that was good timing. Hi.
Hey, hi. How's it going?
It's going great.
Yeah, good.
So this is Jeremiah Thompson. Like I said, he's been a naturopath for 25 years. And I've got all of these questions that are being texted to me, phoned to me. You've been around for some of the questions too. So I want to be able to answer them to all of my friends out there. Can you help me out?
I'd be very happy to do that. And besides fasting and detoxing, like you said, it is actually becoming a homestay conversation now, pretty much worldwide, mostly in America because mostly America's disease, so they're looking for some alternatives.
Yeah, exactly. We are definitely looking for alternatives for our weight, for our health, all the way around. So just a couple of questions. So one of my friends, her first question is, how can this be safe? If you're not eating, how can it be safe? So
yeah, we're completely led down the wrong road on eating. We overeat in America. Everybody who doesn't think that, they're just completely blind. We are obese, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, all that comes from just gluttony and overeating. Every culture in the past that's ever risen to the top returned to Greece, Rome, all returned to gluttony, and then the whole country was destroyed. So we're in the same pattern, and it has a lot to do with eating. But here's the thing. Your question was, is fasting and detoxing safe? It is the most natural, safe, and harmless body restoration work that can be done. There is nothing that compares to it. It's natural, it's safe. If you have a dog, your dog gets sick, that dog will go lay down somewhere in a cool area, and they just refuse to eat. All animals refuse to eat the minute they get sick. Why? They want to stop their digestion, stop their processing, stop their assimilation, and just mode run in elimination. Mm-hmm. We need to do the same thing. That dog is sick, he will not eat a thing. And he'll lay there, and then he'll go outside when he's ready, tap on the door, let him out, and he will both mouth the front vomit and mouth the back defecate, and he'll got rid of all this stuff out of his body, and he'll come back walking over to the house, and he will eat grass. That's a natural process we ourselves can be masters at.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because ever since I started the detox, I'll tell you, first of all, I'm not hungry, which it just blows my mind because anybody who knows me knows I'm an eater. I like to eat. And then doing all my research and having conversation with Jeremiah, I realized I'm not eating because I'm hungry. I'm eating because keep trying to fill a void that I'm not filling with nutrition. So, I run through fast food, or I, make some sort of junk food or eat chips or whatever, and I'm not filling the nutritional needs. I'm just filling a blank spot inside me, which actually doesn't do anything for me. So I'm constantly eating, which then I start putting on weight. So it's all kind of the cycle that I've just now recently learned about.
Yeah, eating is a challenge for Americans. There's no question about it. I get the sentence all the time. I could never miss a meal. I could never not eat for 1 day, 2 days. 14, are you kidding? I told my doctor, he said I could die. That is such a big wall to get over.
Right.
Because the youngest people who've done my program were 6 years old. They were twins from Guatemala, both had colon cancer.
Oh my.
And 14 days, and they don't eat, and they were just perfect with it. The oldest was a lady from the center of Siberia in Russia, and she came here to detox, and you can't make an 88-year-old uncomfortable or a 6-year-old unhappy. They're just going to walk on you. No, they are referrals. They tell their friends, they do the same thing. We have been so misled by we can't eat. The point is, you can't avoid the sensation of eating. That's the problem.
Right.
And that's a discipline. Yeah, it's just a discipline.
And that's the thing with me too. And that's another thing, you know, like I had said to one of my friends, not only am I seeing physical attributes to the detox, but I'm also feeling it on the inside as well. So change that a little
Okay,
bit.
well, here's the best answer I can give your whole public right here. You've got to understand something. There's a saying that says that we're being destroyed for lack of knowledge. And here's the lack of knowledge. If you get this, you will get everything. Here's the bottom line. Appetite and hunger are not the same thing. Appetite and hunger are eternal enemies from day one. Appetite and hunger are a fighting component who's going to have control over your body. Hunger is a natural body process. It takes an inventory and says you're low on magnesium, potassium, iron, so it will send you to go get a salad that contains those nutrients that your body is low on, that is not, it's seeing that it's missing.
Okay.
That's hunger. It wants to keep and maintain forever a strong, a healthy body.
Okay.
Appetite says, I don't give a toot about my body. I just want to eat something. I want ice cream. And it throws a tantrum almost. I want chocolate. I want ice cream. I want pizza. I want Coke. I want soda. I want coffee. No, there's no nutrients in that. This thing is a destroyer of the body, and that's what we're being fed most. You go down the aisles, it's all chips, it's all sodas, candy stacked at the top to get these kids started on. They're not eating for nutrition, they're eating for sensation. And sensation will never preserve your body, so that's my best answer I can give you. Decide. Hunger is a real experience to keep you healthy. Appetite is the greatest reaction to keep you unhealthy.
Okay. Well, that's a great answer, because those are things that I didn't know. I don't know if some of you knew that, but that's amazing to me. That has really kept me going during these 14 days, is that whole sensation versus nutrition. You know, when I do certain things during this detox to get nutrition into me, I'm fine. If it would have been a month ago, I would have eaten a pizza and I would have been hungry 20 minutes later wanting chips. You know,
Sure, absolutely true. That's how it works.
Okay, so this is another question that I have from one of my friends. So, and I had several of these of many different like diseases. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my friends has lupus. She's like, I have lupus, and there's no way that I could detox because of the medications that I'm on and because of my lupus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The same thing for arthritis. Especially high blood pressure. People go, I have high blood pressure. I could never fast. My doctor said I would die if I fasted. Mm-hmm. I would die if I detoxed.
Yeah.
And I'm basically saying, so if you say you take all the poisons out of your body, you'll die from that. I'm saying if you leave all those poisons in your body, you're going to have lupus. You're going to have arthritis. You're going to have high blood pressure. Here's the battle on that. Just as we talked about appetite versus hunger, mm-hmm. I'm now going to talk about biology versus chemistry.
Okay.
Get these two. Okay. The first class, where'd you go to school? Where'd you go to high school?
In Brunson, a school that's this big.
Okay. Still that size, I think?
Still.
Okay. So, when you took your first science class, it was called biology. And biology is bio. Bio means life, ology means study of. Okay, right. So study of life, or study of living, or organic, or alive. That's the word I want, alive things. After you finish that, you took the study of chemistry. Chemistry is the study of non-living, inorganic, dead is the word I want. Biology is life. Mm-hmm. Chemistry is dead. That's redundant, but that's what it is. If you eat biology, you're going to put living environments into you that are going to create a living environment, such as energy and clean blood flow and a great heart pulse and a clear mind. Mm-hmm. If you eat chemistry, you're going to create dead spots, because chemistry is dead. It's a dead substance. I don't care if it's Prozac, Bufferin, or Styrofoam. You can't put it in your body and expect your body, a living environment, to improve from a dead substance. And how many of you are taking a drug? How many 4 drugs? How many 10 drugs? 8 drugs? Have you taken them how long? 1 day? 6 years? Have you gotten better? No, none of you will say that. No, I just can't get off of it because my doctor says if I get off of these dead substances, I will die.
And then they have a new one. And then they have a new one.
Yeah, then they have a new one to counteract the effects of the other one. no natural food comes with negative side effects. Every drug comes with a list of side effects worse than what they're treating. I saw one for acne that resulted in schizophrenia, even people murdering people, dropping out, failing, heart failure, lung disease,
Wow.
kidneys dropping out,
Just
all
to
to
clear
treat
your
acne.
skin.
I mean, come on, you guys. Switch the titles. Over here it says side effects. Over here it says treatment for acne. Switch the titles. This is your side effect. It might work on your acne, but it's actually going to do all this stuff over here, damage your liver, damage your lung. The longer you put that stuff in there, you feel like you're not having it. It gets it under control, but it's not controlling anything. It's just canceling the signal.
You seem very, very passionate. I mean, I can see the passion in trying to help people. I really can.
But it's very difficult in running up an Oregon sand dune. Because I'll tell this whole thing. All right, here's my definition of disease. There isn't any.
Say it again?
There is no such thing as disease. None. It's a lie. The whole concept of heart failure, heart attack, stroke, diabetes,
I don't
arthritis.
know if I subscribe to that. Everybody knows that there's heart attack, cancer, heart disease. I mean, I hear people talking about it all the time. Our doctors will tell us, you've got heart disease. I've got a friend who has all sorts of heart problems, and her doctor told her that she can't lose weight because if she did, she'd die.
Yeah, and that's a very common sentence today, sure. But I will tell you this. If you use the terms that they use for disease, you're going to get the drug, and that's why the terms are there. For example, is there such a thing as a heart attack?
I don't know. Is
Yep,
there?
of course. Is there such a thing as arthritis? How about a headache? Let's just take headache. People come in and say, I have a headache. I go, no, you don't. You may have a Honda or you may have a family member, but you don't have a headache. Because if you say the word headache, you're getting a drug. You go into an ER, two of you, just both of you, take your friend, take your mom, whoever, go into an ER. The first one in says, I have a headache. She goes, oh, okay, here's your thing, get your prescription, goodbye. You walk in right behind her and don't use that term, but tell them your head is hurting. They don't have a drug for your head is hurting, but they have one for headache. They even have bufferin for headache. And if you say, I have a migraine, which is that's grayed up, another term, you get extra strength. Those words trigger drugs. You say, I have a headache, they're going to go, we need a doctor out here right now, because you're not using the term. You just completely fouled the whole entire medical system by not using their term to describe what's wrong with you.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I go in, I say I've got a headache. They're going to say, oh, okay, well, here, we're going to prescribe this for you. See you later. If I go in and say my head is hurting, they're going to call the doctor.
They're going to call the doctor to find out what's wrong, what is happening.
Whatever
all
to
this
my
stuff.
head. Okay,
You could have
that puts
you
you
could
in
have
a
drank too
total-
much
I
Jack
get it.
Daniels. You could have got hit by a low-flying seagull. Anything could have happened. But if you say headache, you get a drug. You say migraine, I get a drug. High blood pressure, you get a drug.
Okay.
Arthritis, you get a drug. So I'm saying these terms are nothing more than drug triggers. You see, there's two parts to the medical world. There's trauma, which is you break a leg, you get an arrow in your kneecap. Go to a doctor. They're miracle workers.
Right.
But if you have a, quote, disease, get the heck out of there, because they are drug pushers for the pharmaceutical companies that have coined all these words to push trillions of drugs into America. 85% of every drug made in the world is sold in America. There's nothing wrong with Guatemala, Africa, China, Germany, Japan. They don't have medical problems like we do because they don't have the pharmaceutical companies treating them with drugs that create more pharmaceutical problems, which are listed right on the side of their drug, and they're called side effects.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so glad to have you here.
Oh, that's nice. Me too.
To answer these questions for us, and I'm getting more and more questions all the time, and I want to make sure that we don't make this too awfully long. So I want
We're
to
done.
do... Okay, we're done.
We're all done. Bye. Hey,
So, can I have you back again? Can we talk?
In fact, why don't we
some
just make a few of these? Why don't we just sit down and
Great
make a
idea.
few of these? I know we're all busy and people have
Great
time.
idea.
They got to go do stuff. Let's just sit down and do a few of these. Maybe we'll do one tomorrow, maybe next day, something
more?
like
That
that.
sounds great.
And we'll just sit down and chit-chat.
So if you guys have a particular question to ask Jeremiah Thompson, naturopath, just go ahead and send me a message, send me a text, however you want to get it to me. That's perfectly fine. I'll make a list and then we'll answer some questions for you. See you later.